Good morning, good morning. Patricia Juba here, and I am the founder of A Life Worth Living Corp, as well as this podcast. And I have a very special guest with us today. Her name is Dr. Felicia Burton. She is the owner and visionary of Doc B's Behavior Recovery and Coaching Solution LLC. I am so ecstatic that Dr. Burton is on this podcast, and I cannot wait to hear her journey. Welcome, Dr. B.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you inviting me to the podcast.
Thank you. So I'm going to dive right in because I can't wait to hear you
Okay.
and ask the first question. Will you share what inspired you to start Dr. B's Behavior Recovery and Coaching Solutions, LLC, and how your personal or your professional journey shaped your approach to
Sure.
recovery and behavior
Mm-hmm.
coaching? Yes.
Sure. Yeah. So first, I want to say thank you again, and then I want to thank God. Right.
Yes. Amen. Yes.
It's so important for me to include God in everything that I do. I want to ask them that we have a blessed podcast, a
Yes.
blessed session today.
Yes.
That He may just reign right through it. You know, and
Yes.
so you asking about what inspired me, right?
Yes.
And here is the God's honest truth. And I think that uh, some people, that know me, know my story. They know my
Okay.
story. And so what inspired me to start Doc B's Behavior Recovery and Coaching Solutions LLC was, of course, my own life journey and my own life experience in having a need for a place to go
Mm-hmm.
to recover. Well, what were you recovering from, Dr. Burton?
Yeah.
Dr. Burton was a crack addict herself. And, my daughter tells me all the time, Mom, you used drugs for longer than 4 years. It was 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the kids, they don't forget because she was 13, she says, and I didn't get nothing for Christmas. So that's how she remembered. And I have to accept that from her. But my own thought process and what I can remember is really suffering and struggling from active drug use.
Mm-hmm.
That all came from the absence of a father and life's traumatic experiences because my father shot my mother.
Oh.
I was 6 years old, right? And
Mm-hmm.
nobody asked how I was doing. I had nobody to say, oh, how you doing? Give me a hug. They didn't think that in that tender age of 6 that it would impact me.
Right.
Second level of trauma was when my brother got shot at 13 and he's 16 and he died Christmas. I'll never forget it.
Wow.
So you're asking about what inspired me. It was
Yes.
life's challenges, traumatic life's experiences that led me in the absence of my father. Because when my father shot my mother, he's in jail. Now I don't know him. My mom had 5 sisters. So now she had but one brother. He died when I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
So men in my life, men were removed from my life. So now I'm on this journey of finding out who I am, but only with feedback from women
Mm-hmm.
who were broken. So these are the things that inspired me. And they may have been broken. My mom's 5 sisters had some broken pieces to them, but they had some pieces to them in their character and personality that also helped me become who I am today. I took a whole lot of those things from them, a lot of it. And it's in my introductory portion of my book. I'm also an author as well. So
Mhm.
these are the things that inspired me after looking for love in all the wrong places, the
Yes.
traumatic experiences of sixth grade, 6 years old, seeing my dad shoot my mom, seeing my brother get shot at 13,
Mhm.
then looking for love in the absence of a father or a man, just looking
Mhm.
for some sort of an attention from anybody who would give it to me, landed me a crack addict. And I found this out over the years,
Mhm. Yeah.
participating in my own personal recovery and doing some of the things. And we'll talk about some of that stuff too, because those are some of the techniques and the things that I do right now today with every patient that I provide services for. That's what
That's
motivates,
awesome.
and then you talked about in my professional.
Yes.
Let me. So that was from my personal standpoint.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
going to tell you from my professional standpoint what continues to motivate me to remain. I say I'm America's top therapist. That's what I say.
Okay. All right.
I'm America's top therapist, but now I'm gone global because I've gotten uh, clients outside of the U.S. in different cultures and ethnicities, Asian descent, and
Mhm.
uh, over in the Dubai and Saudi Arabia. I got some people call me from Africa, you know, uh, the Gambia, Africa,
Mm.
and so I'm treating people virtually. I thank God for COVID.
Yes, that is a blessing. Wow.
COVID helped me expand my brand into other countries and other territories that I didn't
Mhm.
think who was paying that close of attention on social media. But I'm your social media expert, influencer, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. But this in my professional role, what inspires
Mhm.
me today in my professional role is the patients that I provide services for, and
Yes.
watching them, Patricia, walk through the door and go through the same process that I myself went through,
Mhm.
come out on the other side and begin to thrive. That is
That. Oof.
profound. And I'm
Yes,
not
it
talking
is.
about one patient, 1 year. No, I'm not talking about that.
Mhm.
I'm talking about hundreds of people in 19 and a half years have God allowed me to impact,
That
plant.
is such a blessing. Such a blessing, Dr. Burton.
I would never
Oh,
have
God,
thought,
thank you.
would never have thought, never have thought that that's what he would do for this recovering addict who smoked crack in Newark, New Jersey, end up in Drexel University to become Dr. Felicia Burton. That's like going from the alleyway to the White House
Yes,
for me,
yes,
for me,
yes.
So
Amen. And to
that's
make great
it.
impact like you're doing to turn lives around is awesome.
I don't know. I often thank God for the gift of all the skills that He allowed me to learn over the years. Even as a little kid, coming up from my aunts and watching them, drink and gamble and all those things. There's skills in all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once I got into recovery and went to college, I was able to abstract and take away that stuff and realize, oh, that's why you survived a crack addiction.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. That's how I paid attention to them. I really did. That's because I wanted them to pay attention to me. I wanted
Right.
somebody to say something to me, you know? And yeah. So that's my personal and professional journey that shaped, my ability to open up this practice and want to help people.
And thrive in it.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds like you're making tremendous impact.
Yeah, well, recently I had an influx of people that came in. So I'm grateful. I'm just grateful to God. I'm grateful.
Yes.
You know, He gets all the glory, all the honor, all the
Yes.
praises.
Yes. Yes.
I'm His vessel. I'm just do what He tell me to do
All right.
happily. I do it with a smile.
Yes, with the gratitude.
Hmm.
And it shows.
Thank you.
Blessing.
Thank
So that was profound in itself. I know there's more to come out. So I'm going to ask you this. What are some of the most common challenges you see among your clients? And how does your coaching methodology address these effectively?
I'm so glad you asked that question because I don't want it to be skipped over with a minimum of concern, the approaches and what I do as a professional in my life. And my mythology, and here is the truth, it's unbotched. It is an unbotched mythology. It is, and I say it's unmatched too. I
Okay.
don't see people. I I'll tell you I'll tell you a story because my colleagues at a lot of different places, I haven't had a lot of jobs. I've been
Hmm.
able to and been blessed to in the last 19 and a half years since I've been in recovery. I've been blessed enough to go and work at one job for long periods of time, impact people there, then go to another job for long periods of time.
Hmm.
I was taught at Drexel University not to stay too long with one population
Okay.
because of burnout. See, because you don't want to really burn out or whatever. But some of the most common challenges that I see is like housing. Is
Oh, yes.
housing is the number one challenge for the recovering addict. With
Hmm.
and I want to make one thing clear on this podcast today. Mental health, substance abuse is in correlation to one another. It's considered a co-occurring disorder, meaning that you can't have one without the other.
Hmm.
If you commit to getting up every day, like I did,
Yes.
to go and get high, drunk, something in your occipital or
Hmm.
your temporal lobes, your frontal lobe, and up here in the left and right hemisphere, these things is going on in your brain. Something is off. It's wrong. It's happening
Yeah. Hmm.
that needs to be addressed. That's why I'm glad I went to school. I learned all that in school. In fact,
Hmm.
the only reason I went to school, Patricia, was I wanted to find out, why did you use drugs in the first place?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Hmm.
And fell in love and became addicted to education. That's how I became a doctor.
Okay.
I just started hammering at it and I wasn't going to stop. And I used the skill of, if you didn't stop using drugs a day at a time for all those years, then the same thing you did that motivated you to do that, which was a feeling from the dopamine release, right?
Hmm.
Is
Hmm.
the same thing I end up doing in school. And the
Okay.
same thing I end up doing to get one more day. And the same thing I end up doing to not give up on the clients that's homeless and that's sleeping out, that's standing in the line outside the treatment center, trying to get into Doc B's behavior recovery coaching solution. The one that's on the phone, the one that keep calling back, the one that keeps sending me WhatsApp messages.
Hmm.
I don't give up on them. I don't give up on
Yes.
them. And
And
I
it's
know
so
that,
important.
well, they have a desire, Patricia.
Yes.
They
Yes.
have a desire. And that's some of the common things as well. So that was your question. Back to the
Yes.
question.
Hmm.
Some of the common things that I'm seeing is, people really want to change. I see that.
Hmm.
When they present, that means they are here for a reason. They are looking for something.
Right.
They want something and don't know what it is until they meet me.
Okay.
Until they meet me. And my assessments and evaluations are thorough, very thorough. And
Hmm.
so some of the common things that I'm seeing is people have the desire, but when it don't go the way that they think it should go, it doesn't, the relationship does not work out, and they do not get the help that they need. That's
Right.
some of the things. So my job is to build that trust almost instantly.
Yes.
With the way I was taught as a therapist, because I was a therapist before a coach, just so you know.
Okay.
I was a therapist. I went to college and school and all those things. I took coaching courses afterward when coaching became this big thing.
Right.
A lot of the skills intertwine. So why not have that? Um, so yeah, homelessness, I see a lot of people are couples that's coupled up and homeless don't want to separate from each other, and they don't understand that the way that you're going to get your help is separate, not together.
Yes. Yes. That's true.
So these
Very
are
true.
some common things, and I see couples sleeping together on the streets in Atlanta, Georgia, where I currently live, and I will approach them and offer them help and offer them shelter
Mm-hmm.
and offer them food. I'll pop my trunk. In my trunk, I keep backpacks, I keep socks, I keep shoes, I keep little box food and things. So when I see them and I'm at the light and I see somebody and they got a sign up, you hungry? I'll pull over, come on over, get what you need. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. And how do I
Right.
know? Because I was that person. Then I get a chance to tell them my story. Then I'll
Yes.
sell an autographed copy of my book, put the business card in there, and I'll give that to them too.
Okay.
When you're ready, when you're
Yes.
ready.
When you're ready.
Another
That's right.
common thing. Another common thing. Some are not.
That's right. They haven't hit the bottom yet.
And not only at bottom, but because we have new bottoms in recovery. I could talk about that all day. We'll have a new bottom when you get clean. You can have a bottom clean. You know what I mean?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So yeah, they haven't hit bottom, but they just don't have an inkling and don't have a clue. They're lost. You know, the
Right.
psyche
Right.
is just not even allowing them to do anything outside of their normal pattern of waking up and getting one more. So yeah, those are some of the things that I see that are in common. So let me tell you about my approach.
Okay.
Besides pulling the car over and doing that whole thing, when I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing outreach, when I'm outside, that's a portion of my approach. But I say it's unmatched and unbotched and all those things because I kind of mix 12-step stuff, 12-step program principles
Mm-hmm.
into cognitive behavior therapy techniques, CBT and DBT. I use all of them with a 12-step approach with a touch of spirituality because nothing's happening without God.
Amen. That is true.
Nothing is
That
happening.
is true.
And a lot of them have given up on God,
Yes.
are mad at him.
Yes. Mad that
How
I
could if
see
you
that a
was
lot.
yeah, if you was God, how can you let this happen to me?
Mm-hmm.
Free will.
Free
You
will.
did this
That's
to
right.
yourself.
That's right.
And then when they come meet Dr. Burton, and she really tells them to their faces, God didn't do that to you. Hold on, come on, have a seat.
That's right.
That.
Choice.
Of course he's gonna let it happen. You was gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can stop you. And then when I tell them the magic words, and this is the unmatched one, you are not responsible for your disease. See? When I
Mm-hmm.
tell them you're responsible for your recovery, but that disease that's inside of you, you're not responsible for that because the first one is the only one you was responsible for. After you take that, I don't care what it is. First time you go to the casino, first time you go shopping and buy pop pairs of shoes and the dopamine's released, that's it. The first time you have sex with multiple sex partners and you release and it's over and over and over again, think about that
Mm-hmm.
teenager that did it for the first time and boom, and now they just want to do it again and their parents are trying to tell them like, no, you can't do it. That you're on your way to addiction. You are
Yes.
on your way. And you need some safe practices and some people to teach you some safe sex techniques and some, if you gambling, you need to get somebody go with. It's a whole lot of ways that people become addicted. And they, in fact, I tell people this all the time, Patricia. Every human being has
Mm-hmm.
some sort of addiction. I'm
Yes.
just gonna leave that right there.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna leave that right
So
there.
many people believe that it's only drugs or alcohol, and
Mm.
not so.
That's because that's all they see
That's all they see, but
until
it's
they
not.
meet me, and then I'll tell them. You just said that you're trying to lose weight.
Exactly. I was thinking that overeating.
You just said you trying. Wait, I'm trying. Well, why are you eating them 10 chicken wings?
Hmm.
That's fried.
That's right.
Okay, that is an addiction. You know, and
Hmm.
how often do you eat them?
Hmm.
And so some of my friends, they're really funny. It's, don't come in here with that analyzing me and that stuff, evaluating me and all this and that third. I hear it. Not today, Felicia. I'm getting ready to eat it. Do what you got to do.
Right.
I used to be the same way. My disease transferred from crack, right,
Hmm.
to a workaholic, into my education, into
Hmm.
obesity for food. As I was going through 14 years of college, I would eat off the trucks, eat anything out the vending machines, and I didn't have money to be able to eat the way that I eat now, asparagus and buy lettuce and the romaine, and do or get vitamins and things like I'm doing now to myself. I didn't have money for that. It was God to make sure that I got the vitamins and minerals inside my body so that I can have the fortitude to get through, because he knew my heart's desire. So yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Burton. I asked you to bring it, and you certainly are. I'm
You,
excited through this, and I only got to question two.
that's okay. That's okay.
Thank you so much. Oh, my
You're welcome.
goodness.
You're welcome.
Here's my third question.
Okay.
Behavioral patterns often play a significant role in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate on how your practice helps clients identify and change behaviors that may hinder their progress?
So I looked at my mission statement, which says that our practice is committed to empowering people, over their journey,
Hmm.
and to help them identify ways that they can get the help, because so that they can understand the transformation process, because they're like butterflies,
Hmm.
you know and they're
Yes.
they're they're about to do all of this changing,
Yes.
rapid changing. So then I said, one of the when I'm able to help them identify one of their patterns, right?
Yes.
And let me talk about one of them. So one pattern could be, when you hear the beer can pop open, that is
Hmm.
that's a trigger for you, and it's something that you want to do every single day,
Okay.
and you can't stop it. How about the pattern of going to jail over and
Okay.
over, even for my mental health clients, because I do both. I got mental health and substance abuse. Like I said, if you get up commencing to taking drugs every day, you got a mental health problem. Okay, that needs to be
Hmm.
addressed. And based on the ASAM criteria or the DSM-5 is where I would categorize and find out, what their actual diagnosis really is.
Okay.
So we believe that lasting change begins in with the awareness, and we integrate. This is what I do. I integrate evidence-based. I already said it. CBT, DBT,
Hmm.
motivational interviewing, client-centered therapy techniques. Now they got the 12-step approach coming up, and now they using gratitude. They're
Yeah.
about to come out with something with this gratitude thing, which gratitude is really a coaching techniques.
Yes.
Gratitude is
Yes.
everywhere, it's all over. And that's when that comes in to play, and you just got to
Yes.
be able to, for me, I have to be able to spot
Hmm.
when and who I need to use what tool on. I sit at my desk with this imaginary bag on the side with 14 years of studying. and 3 years of credentialing and CEUs and things like that, just
Yes.
over and over and over. You got to keep up with the best practices and what
Right.
actually being strategized out there and things like that. So personalized support, right?
Mm-hmm.
Compassion, guidance for that fosters self-discovery. Are you discovering yourself really, or are you just here because you need a little bit of resilience because you just want to bounce back? Or, who do you really want to be? And I'm taking these people into career paths for sustainability.
Yes.
Yeah, not just I'm going to get clean
Yes.
and work
Blessing.
at the local
Yeah,
McDonald's. I'm telling you now,
exactly.
you're going to get clean, and you might work at the local McDonald's, but you're going to be the top manager in that place, making the top dollar and grooming other leaders. That's what I do. I prepare
Yeah.
them to reach the highest. I don't care
Yes.
what it is, the highest in whatever category is after identifying the patterns. But we got to identify them. Look, and so I wanted to say this one thing: skill building. I'm
Yes.
real good at skill building techniques, giving them, you know, not basic skills like Maslow's hierarchy of needs and food, shelter, not all that stuff. They already have those skills because they was using those when they were homeless and out there in the streets and things of
Right.
that nature. I'm not talking about those skills. I'm talking about skills to deal with how about emotional regulation?
Mm.
Because the reason you use drugs in the first place is because number one, you was probably off of a mental health medication or you need to get on one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could not manage your emotions appropriately. So you use drugs over a thought or a feeling, period.
Right.
There's no other reason why you're going to use drugs. I'm avoiding something. So once we get to all that stuff, now we got a breakthrough.
Yes.
Oh, now we got a breakthrough. And now, after we get a breakthrough, now I can start giving them these tools and we can look at the cycles and developing healthier coping skills and strategies. And we can get you right on into all the mechanisms that you really need for sustainable growth. That's it. And that's all.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'll operate from a holistic approach. Bottom
That's
line,
what it sounds like to me.
yeah.
A
The bottom line,
dynamic holistic approach is dynamic.
thank God. Thank God.
Yes.
What is it? I always ask this question in my biopsychosocial assessment. What is it that you want to do with
Mm-hmm.
your life? Because you're clean now. In fact, if they come 90 days clean, oh, you can't get no more cleaner or sober than 90 days. So it's go time. Work.
Yes.
It's time to work. You've already identified your relapse triggers and cravings and urges. You already identified your crisis safety plan. You already identified your
Mm-hmm.
treatment goals. Well, one step in front of the other. What you gonna do? Because it's
Yeah.
time to do some stuff. And a lot of times they're receptive to my approach because I've been there. I've been there. And and,
Yes.
and in my office, I don't have a traditional office, Patricia. Just so you know,
Okay.
I don't have a traditional office when you walk in and you just see flowers and hearts and love signs and all kinds. No, in my office, you clearly see a life, a professional who has a life worth living.
All right. Hmm.
You see it. All on my walls is every degree, every certificate, every certification from every state, every country, all that. All you see is my family pictures. You can get your family back too.
That's
Oh,
right.
oh, mind you, I do have an active addiction picture in there when I was 89 pounds with
Mm.
no teeth. Yeah, I have that in my office. And I don't have a problem with showing it. This was me. Look
Yes.
like you, don't it? Look at me now. Took me 19 years to get here. Do you want it? And we
Right.
get to working.
And
And
that's powerful.
accountability, yeah.
That's powerful.
But most traditional therapists, we are taught by the practice guidelines, the ethics. You don't disclose.
Mm.
You see? And that's
Mm-hmm.
tradition. You don't disclose. That's
Yes.
why my stuff is unbotched. Ain't nobody, you,
Yeah.
I don't
So
keep,
to look polished, as if
they
you
say,
never went through anything.
I'm not that girl. I'm not that lady. I'm God's child. And he said, going in there helping people tell your story. So one
Yes.
of my colleagues said to me, though, Patricia, well, you might want to be on the peer support side if you, excuse me, you need to take a look at my statistics. Because I think I got 30% rate of success working in this company. Go in there and check the alumni board.
Mm.
Go check it. Who was their therapist? I think it says me. Uh-huh. And I'm not taking the credit. I'm just saying what I do to help the people.
Right.
That's
Right.
what I, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Powerful, Dr. B. Powerful, powerful, powerful. And you have already answered the question that I had is, oh, your practice likely incorporates a range of techniques. And could you discuss how you blend evidence-based practices with personalized coaching to meet the diverse needs of your clients? And you just
I
said that,
did.
but if you have anything more to add to that question, I'm
I
welcome you to
did.
bring it, please.
And so, well, no, because I really did just answer the question. That's just
Yes,
what I do. You
yes,
know, I
yes,
I,
you
I
did.
use all of them. I love motivational interviews because they be so sad when you first come. You look
Yeah,
lost. You don't have a way out.
right.
I have found a way out. I've been there. Let me help you one day at a time
Yes.
get to where you're going. For some, I have to take 1 minute at a time.
Mm-hmm.
From moment to moment, their brains switch back and forth. 1 minute you're thinking this way, the next minute you're thinking that until it stops.
Right, right.
And with psychiatric twists to it, mental health, substance abuse, psychiatric twist, lodging, having your place, safe place to live while you go through this
Yes,
process is everything.
yes, it is.
That's everything.
Yes, it is. Yes,
If you
it
don't
is.
have that, especially in today, you know how cold it is in Georgia?
Yes,
27,
I'm seeing. I'm seeing that. Hmm.
27 degrees. I had a whole incident last night at my house. But the bottom line is you don't use drugs. You don't curse people out. You don't be
Right.
disrespectful. You don't do
That's right.
you work a program. You be a human
Yes.
because I've
Yes.
returned to society as a productive member. You don't behave that way,
Correct.
and that's what I teach them. So yeah.
Praise God. Praise God.
Mm-hmm.
This is so powerful. And I keep saying that because I can't even find a stronger word than powerful at this point. And I'm so grateful that you're sharing and how you're sharing it,
Thank,
real and raw,
thank you
because
so
that's
much.
what's needed.
Yeah, we
Hmm.
have to save communities one person at a time.
That's right. One person at a time. That's right.
If you can just change, they say if I could, if I when I used to go to church, I'll never forget it. The pastor used to say something. If I can just help one, if there's just one person,
Yes.
just
It's
one
worth
person,
it. That's right. It is worth it.
and then to have a 30% success rate at one agency, no, I needed to open my own.
Yes.
Yeah, when I saw that, I needed to open my own.
All right. So, Dr. Burton, what are your long-term goals for Doc B's behavior recovery and coaching solutions, and what impact do you hope to achieve in the community or beyond?
So my long-term goal is to get multiple Doc B's behavior recovery and coaching solution in different offices in different states and
Mm-hmm.
maybe one or two out of the country. I
Okay.
do. I want my brand to expand, you know. Uh, I want it to be a legacy.
Yes.
That's
Isn't
what
that
it's all
so
about,
important?
creating legacy. My
Yes.
grandson is
Mhm.
17 right now. You know, he
Yes.
says, Grandma, you know I'm writing a book. What you writing a book about, grandson? Grandmother's sayings.
All right.
Things that I said that impacted him. That's the legacy.
Yes, it is. And matter of fact, I did an anthology, Dr. Burton, called Through My Mother's Eyes. And we're
Mm-hmm.
doing the second edition that will launch this August. Through My Mother's Eyes, that what we've learned, the lessons we gleaned from
Yes.
our mother and mother figures. Because in this anthology that launched last August, there was a Dr. Maureen who wrote about her grandmother who raised her,
Wow.
and it's powerful. I've had
It is.
an author Ray Jean who talked about her foster mother
Mm-hmm.
who raised her and
Mm-hmm.
whose shoulders she stand on and all the lessons learned. So it's powerful,
Yes, I was so happy. He calls and he
powerful.
gets all my little sayings.
So
What do you mean by under the
yeah,
rug, or different things that I said that has
yes, no,
impacted
it's
him? But
powerful.
but he's
Yes.
on his way to college off of things that his grandmother told him. Get
See?
on, you get on out. He's on his way. So yeah,
It is awesome, awesome, awesome to hear that your grandson is doing that. That's what made me share this with you about Through My Mother's
I
Eyes.
appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that.
That
Yeah,
is a blessing because legacy right there.
it
How
is.
you're motivated.
Mm-hmm. He loves it. Oh my goodness, oh, my grandkids don't see no wrong in their grandmother, and they should.
Okay.
They should.
Okay. All right.
Because all the wrong was done way before y'all got.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
thank God. I
Hmm.
thank God. I mean, I thank him. I really thank him
Yes.
for all that he has done. All that he has done. I mean, all. Right before the doctorate's degree um, was finishing up, I caught cancer. That's how I got this right here.
Okay.
And that's when I said, you know what? Right after that was COVID, and I caught COVID.
Mm.
I'm saying, and they thought I was going to die because I just finished chemotherapy. Well, I
Okay.
didn't die. So I wrote the book,
All
How to
right.
Survive Crack Cancer and COVID-19, my memoir, Your Self-Help Tool. It became Amazon's #1, October
Okay.
23, November 23, and December 23. 3 months
Okay.
ago in the self-help category. So I knew that God was doing something. Right after that, he helped me start a podcast, Bring It to the
Okay.
Table on
Yes.
YouTube, you know, and we're streamed everywhere live. And I'm like, man, look at this. Create
Yes.
the legacy. That's what's going
Yes.
to be behavior health recovery coach solution. So, and one day my grandkids will be, no, we're going to carry out grandmother's. She was on a
Yes.
mission. This is a whole mission.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what
Yes.
this is about. Impacting communities, one person at a time.
Yes. Bless the
Changing
Lord.
lives, making a difference.
That's right. Oh
So,
my God. Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you for being here, Dr. Burton.
you're
Thank you for
welcome.
being here.
You're welcome.
Oh, hallelujah. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, God. Thank you, God.
Well, how can people get a hold of you and
Okay.
contact you for your
So,
services?
yep, not a
Hmm.
problem. You can go to my website, AUTHOR, that's author doc, DOC, be like boy.com, author.b.com. And you can book your coaching sessions, therapy sessions, buy any of my products, my books, my magazines. You can do a monthly subscription. It can come to your home where you too can recover from anything, overcome, and conquer. Then you can go to my Instagram. That's at author.b, DOC, be like boy. Then you can go
Hmm.
to my Facebook at Felicia Burton. Yep. Find me on Facebook. You can go to my LinkedIn, Felicia Burton on LinkedIn.
Yes.
I'm just everywhere. I'm all around. Go to my Twitter at author.b, or you can email me at DOCB and another B, right? It's two B's for Doc, B's, another B for behavior, then the R's for recovery, the C is for coaching, the S is for solutions, LLC@gmail.com. Yep. You can reach me there if you want to email me, or you can call my phone. My office number is 404-482-2666. I ain't giving you my personal cell phone, but you can just Google me. I'm all over. And I thank God
Okay.
for that exposure. And I thank you too, Patricia. It was amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. This was an awesome time together with you and hearing your journey and your impact and influence that you have. Your presence and your gratitude is amazing, and your connection with God is
Yeah.
and it radiates.
Thank you so
And I'm
much.
grateful for our time together. And I know everyone that sees this podcast is going to be enlightened and
Yes.
encouraged to reach out to you for your services. And I want to thank you for that. And I want to say if there's anyone out there that would like to join me on this podcast, reach out to me, Patricia Juba, at pjuba, that's PJUBA, at alifeworthlivingcorp.org. And I will be sure to reach back out to you. Let's connect, have a discussion, and bring you on. And you can share your journey too.
Nice.
God bless.
Bless you. Bye. It was beautiful. Thank you.